Hey everybody, Red X Rain here, back at you with another episode of Let's Play Mission Impossible for the N64 at long last. Yeah, I know I've been away for a little while. You know, if you're if you're a follower and waiting for new content, sorry about that. But I'm gonna finish the game today, no doubt about it. Let's see where we're at here. So, okay, that's right. So we broke in through the tunnel. Kind of cut off, making sure no one can come get us. Oh, that's right. This is the real bulk of this overall mission is to try and sabotage this like nuclear arms deal kind of thing. Yeah, having to reacquaint myself after not having played in like, gosh, my last video was like 2 weeks ago. Wow, that's a lot of objectives, right? It's a pretty big level. But a lot of the objectives just kind of like lead one right into each other. So yeah, it's been a long time since my last video. I know there's a guard around here somewhere. There he is. Yeah, things have just been so crazy with it being the end of the summer semester for me and teaching. End of the semester is always crazy, but summer semester is really rough. You know, it's you know, the whole semester is like so accelerated, and you know, even though I have fewer students, it's I gotta work faster, you know, to kind of keep up with the pace, and they're working on their final essays, which are like the longest ones, and there's like the most to do, and students have so many questions. If only students just, you know, gosh, I wish students would just come into class knowing exactly what to do. But I guess then they wouldn't be students if they were experts, would they? Oh well. But it's all done now. I just finished the last round of feedback on these final essays, so now it's just I got class. I've got class. Well, I don't know when I'll be posting this, probably over the weekend, but I got one more class in well, tomorrow for me. And they're just gonna do some like peer review stuff, and then it's the final day of class. They do a really brief in-class essay kind of thing. 'Cause I'm an English teacher, so you know they do some pretty simple kind of like how you grew as a writer sort of thing, and hand in their final papers, and they're done. And yeah, and that'll be the summer semester for me. Then I get a couple weeks off, so I'll definitely be working on more. Definitely building up a bank of videos and. Taking advantage of that time off, because then the fall starts in August, and then it's just do the whole thing again. But again, it's usually at an easier pace, because there's what's the regular semester, 16 weeks or something like that, as opposed to the summer, which is like 8 weeks. So but yeah, so anyways, this is enough about that. Let's talk about the game here. So what to say? Well, first of all, I kind of mentioned this last time. I like how these four little this last batch of missions for 4 different levels here give the whole game a really nice sort of book-ended effect. I mean, this literally right here is where the game began. Ethan and Clutter and God, I can't remember the other guy's name. Just kind of like came down that little river there on the raft, and we're actually going to enter into a building that like the first building we ever went to in the game. So it's really nice, this sort of sense of closure, this kind of bookend, not level design, but just sort of like overall game design, I guess. The structure of it, it's nice. Of course, this is much later in the game, and so, you know, these areas this is all brand new. This is all new accessible, because of course the first level was very, very straightforward, very streamlined. This is a little bit more open. It's one of those levels that can be really tricky if you don't know where you're going, and you can kind of mess up along the way and inadvertently walk into like a batch of enemies that'll kill you almost immediately. But definitely in comparison to like the first level of this mission, where there's just like enemies that keep respawning and that sort of thing, at least here it's once you know where the enemies are and you kill them, they don't respawn. So that's good. Otherwise, this level would be really, really hard. It's also weird a little bit, I guess. Maybe there's other missions that have this, but there's this is very much a backtracky kind of mission. Because even right now, I'm headed back pretty much to where this little start. But we had to get explosives, and we picked up some equipment here in those little sheds there, which we'll use. Which we'll use in a minute. I'm trying to think. I think I was so busy thinking about school. Oh yeah, so this is kind of cool. So the sniper rifle mechanic makes a return here for a very short time, but it's very useful. Come on, walk right into it. There we go. So one of our fellow agents, I can't remember who it is. I don't think it's Clutter, because Clutter is the explosions expert. Someone's keeping an eye on us here, so it's cool that you actually get to switch between, the station level had that mechanic, but it was just like, you sort of alternated between two characters who were, had sniper rifles. So here you actually get to switch between Ethan and this kind of third-person over-the-shoulder thing, and then just a couple of times, very limited use, I admit, but yeah, you get to switch to that sniper perspective to help you out here. Because, I mean, you can take out the Uzi guards as Ethan, but why would you if you can just, use the sniper? So, this also should look familiar here. Okay, greens for the bridge, reds for the cameras and searchlights. So, in the very first mission, we had to blow up this security camera stuff, and it kind of didn't matter. But here, you do actually have to pick up like that schematic and check it, and you want to blow up whatever one it says is for the camera and for the security cameras, because you don't want to disable the bridge. You lose the mission if you do. And it does. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot either way, I guess. But it does change every time, so you never actually know. So I don't think you have to do that in the possible setting. I think the possible setting you can just, which is like the easy mode, you can shoot either one. It doesn't matter. But when you play in impossible mode, you got to pick up that like digital. I forget what the item's called. It's like a digital something. It's an item that tells you which one controls, the cameras, which one controls the bridge. We also get to use the face maker one last time, which is pretty sweet. And this is what I was talking about. This is the first building we entered, and actually we pretty much did the same thing. We took out like the, I don't know, sergeant or some sort of, let me make sure I got everything. Yep, I'm doing good. Yeah, he was like some high-ranking officer. We knocked him out and assumed his identity. So from here on out, there's not really much shooting anymore, so that's pretty good. Oh, this is also, I don't know. This seems, I don't know, weird to me. We've seen timers in other levels. This one's a really long timer. 20 minutes is way more time than you need. I mean, way, way, way more time. Even if you, bother to read all the text, which, of course, I'll slow down so you guys can read it. But definitely, if you, just zip through the text and you don't really care about reading it, you can, you don't need 20 minutes. You can do it in, 3 minutes. But again, that's assuming maybe you know exactly where you're going and that kind of thing. But, case in point, you gotta talk to this guy real quick. Yeah, wants our access code, which we picked up. I think it's this one. It's on the guy's desk. Yeah, okay, good. But yeah, I think it's sort of weird that this late in the game, even if it was your first playthrough and you didn't know where you were going, they are very generous with their time. I don't need to talk to that guy, but I do need to use this swipey card. Alright, so there must be something important in here when it's, man, this is like freaking Fort Knox hiding this briefcase. Oh, maybe not quite. Well, I don't know. There's an armed guard outside, these two doors here. Alright. And just following the dots here. Oh, slow down. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, man, it's been so long since I played this. I'm just forgetting like what happens here. So these are the buyers apparently, and you know I really wish. Gosh, I really wish. I'm thinking about it now. I did a test run of this game pretty much all the way through. I did it in like, you know, bits and pieces. I would do a test run for like, you know, a couple of missions and then record it and that sort of thing, just so everything was fresh in my mind. I did the test run for this like 3 weeks ago, you know, when I was sort of on track with like uploading videos and everything, and now I haven't actually, gosh, I should have done another fresh test run. I feel like there's something really specific that happens here at the end that I'm forgetting. Maybe it'll all come back to me when we get there. Alright, so here's the big trade-off. Somehow I doubt that. These guys leave. Okay. You want to at least wait till, like, people leave the room? Man, super not noticeable. Now, I think if you run over here really quick and you take out the Uzi, there's this guy, one of them in, like, a brown jacket. Is that him? I hope that's him. Shit. Oh, I think I messed up. No, I don't want to shoot the guy with the briefcase, because he's going to blow up the helicopter. Dang it, I think I messed up. Yep, that was the guy I'm supposed to get, the guy that's in the Jeep. Maybe I can still get him. Let's blow up already. There we go. That's pretty sweet. No, I don't think I can see him anymore. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to Yep, nope, this is all wrong. All wrong. So did you guys see that, what's that new season of Orange is the New Black? Man, it was, something. I don't know, I found it kind of boring. Man, you just don't understand pacing. I'm just waiting for the... I don't know, I was trying to do some water cooler talk here. Oh, okay. Alright, so I went ahead and I did everything. Went ahead, did everything all over again. Did a test run. I don't know what I was thinking. Like... Forget that. Alright, so handing over the detonators. And also because I rushed this time is, as you can see, I still have 17 minutes on the clock. So yeah, this takes 3 minutes. They give you 20. It took me 3 minutes. Okay, potentially blow your cover. I did this last time, but there's actually like a backup plan in case you don't see him. You can kill that guy, but I think I missed my intended target, but that's okay. You gotta be really, really quick, and I feel like it doesn't really matter. We're gonna get this scene. Oh yeah, because he didn't make it to... Oh no, he still made it. He's walking up to it. That's okay. Probably, actually, the game probably intends for you to do it this way instead. So once the helicopter blows up... Yeah, because I can't. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Nope. Switch over to the sniper rifle one more time. Look over to the bridge over here. There we go. Bam, just like that. And again, you don't have to be all that, you know, just shoot. You don't have to shoot him in the car. You can just shoot the car itself, and it's good. Also, this is a good opportunity to remind yourself to take out these guys, so they don't get, so they don't mow down Ethan. Yeah, that's it. And coast is all clear. We can switch over. And is this the way out? I think so. Yes. Okay, cool. Great. So there's our gunboat. Did I get everything? Yeah, make sure I didn't miss any I don't know, weird submission or something, because I kind of rushed to get to this point. I'll probably cut out all that other stuff, though. That was kind of a lackluster explosion after the sweet helicopter explosion, but oh well. That's right. That's why you don't want to take out the bridge, otherwise you get trapped. Alright. And so now we're going into the tunnel where we first came out of at the start of the game, but we have one more mission, and the briefing's very, well, brief. I feel like this is finally the point where it's like you've made it through this whole game that's, you know, mostly espionage, not a lot of shooting, that kind of thing, and that's, you know, what I like about this game. I like the balance of some action, but, you know, focusing a lot more on, like, completing objectives that take a little bit more tact and patience and that kind of thing. Now we finally get a level, the final level, where we just, pretty much the direct blow shit up. Just destroy everything you possibly can. We got infinite ammo on this gunboat with these big-ass cannons, and things are shooting at us. And as you can see, I'm not doing so well. There's an interesting strategy here. I wasn't really trying all that hard because my health was already down a little bit, and I don't think I'd make it with the amount of health I had. But if you hold down the Z button, which is still the shooting button, the trigger, it's pretty much impossible to make it through this level. You shoot much faster if you repeatedly tap the Z button. So stuff blows up way faster. Infinitely more faster. There's some things that you don't have to blow up. I don't know, the objective screen says something like destroy all major defense structures, but it's really hard to tell what is and what isn't major defense structures, I guess. You're best off just blowing everything up. Like, I don't think you need to get these little, like, turrets that are on the ground, these little green, they have, like, green, like, sandbags and stuff. You do have to destroy that. That's the radar. That's pretty easy. And yeah, I mean, I honestly, I think actually the start of this level is the hardest because they don't give you any time to prep. Like, stuff is shooting at you pretty much the second this level starts. So you lose most of your health then. But now, once you're far enough back, you can usually blow stuff up before it even like sees you, you know, before the enemies even see you. And you have infinite ammo, so you don't have to worry. You know, you can just kind of fire into the distance before the buildings really even show up, and kind of get a jump on them that way too. But yeah, we really shouldn't take much damage from this point on. So actually, maybe if I had applied myself early on, I probably could have done. Probably could have finished the level with the amount of health I had. But that's all right. Well, yeah, you gotta watch out for these mines. Just forget about those. Thankfully, they warn you about them. They don't just, you know, hope that you'll see it. There's only, yeah, that's right. There's a couple of gunboats. I think there's only like one other one that shows up, but that's definitely a big priority because they sit right in front of you the whole time, and I think those deal the most damage. Followed by these like big bunkers. Those deal a lot of damage, but they go down really easy. And the little like circular turrets also actually do quite a lot of damage. Is that about it? 'Cause there's like a little lull. No, because I know there's more, definitely. Yeah, so this is nice. I'll admit this. This is nice. You know, after playing it cool most of the time and just, hey, sneak around corners and, like, you know, don't try and avoid enemies, but like make sure they can't see you and that kind of thing. This is your reward for being so so overall delicate throughout this game. Now you just get to just go to town, man. Just let them have it. Let those commies have it. Let's see. Okay, I think this is where... Yeah. Okay, so there's these really big walls with turrets on top. You can take the turrets out first if you really wanted to. But if you take down the walls, the turrets come down with them. So that's what I usually do. It's not that many more hits. See? That's pretty fast. And sometimes the draw distance can be kind of weird on this, but there's these giant smokestacks here. Very easy to take out, but here's pretty much the kind of the finish line. So once you get to this point, if you haven't shot them down, yeah, you're done. Speaking of being done, we're done. That's it. That's Mission Impossible for the N64. We get a kind of cheesy, admittedly lame cutscene here where, you know, Candace gives us a hug and kind of plays the, not damsel in distress, but, you know, kind of, I mean, you know, at this point, I mean, I get it. The first time, we rescued her, here she falls back on, I think she even says, Ethan, my hero. Just, nah. Ugh. I want a strong female character. Yes, we succeed again. Yeah, and so that's it. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this LP. I certainly enjoyed making it, even though I don't know if there were any fears that, yeah, there is, Ethan, my hero, that perhaps this game wouldn't get finished. I was so close to the end, I should have just done it, but sorry guys, my students come first. Well, my job comes first. Yes, the end. So real quick, I want to do a couple of channel shout-outs here real quick, a couple of channels I've been watching. They're both pretty new Let's Players. One of them is Daria Plays. Here's a link to her channel. She does a lot of like point-and-click, kind of like horror games, mystery games like Clock Tower, which I'm really into right now. If you like those kinds of games, definitely check her out. She's really good. And also a relatively new Let's Player by the name of From Elm Street. I thought he was going to do, based on his name, would be mostly horror stuff. He is playing Alan Wake, which is a really great game. Oh, there's a link to his channel up there. Really super informative guy. I mean, he can tell he does his research, and he has a lot of really interesting insight to bring into the games that he plays. He also like just started, I think, Bloodborne and one of the new Batman games, Arkham Asylum, maybe. I'm not too sure because I'm keeping a closer eye on his Alan Wake Let's Play. But definitely check those two Let's Players out. So as always, thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. New content is coming soon, brand new Let's Plays. I'm working on some sort of new special feature that'll be debuting probably pretty soon. And I hope that you'll join me then. Till next time, bye.